Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be getting ready in Paris. I'm in Paris at the moment only for one more day and then I'm going down to the French Alps for my music summer school. So I'm just going to be getting ready for whatever I'm going to be doing today. I think I'm going to try and go to the Palace of Versailles, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get tickets because I kind of had a little sleep in. And my apologies if I sound quite sick. I've been on a top deck tour and like everybody got a cold and a cough, so mine is just coming out now, thankfully. This is probably going to be the most boring get ready because I only have like the smallest amount of makeup with me because I have like a really little suitcase for 5 weeks, so I tried to pack as minimally as possible. So I've already cleansed, toned, moisturized and used my sunscreen, which is the Can Makes Mermaid Gel Skin Sunscreen, which has actually been amazing this whole trip. Like my face has not changed color at all, but I have got some really great tan lines again from my body sunscreen, which I don't know if it was doing the best job in the world or I probably just needed to reapply it more. So I'm going to be using the Clio Kill Cover Airwear Powder Foundation. This is in the shade number 2, and I purposely bought this one because it's slightly too dark for me normally, so I knew that I was probably going to get a little bit of a tan, so this has kind of worked in my favor. I also bought along like 7 cushion puffs, so I've just been trying to like clean them as I go, but I didn't bring any brush cleanser or anything like that, so I've just been having to use hand soap, which isn't the best for them, but it's better than having dirty puffs and cushions and things like that. I haven't actually been able to use that much foundation and base and things like that because for the last 2 weeks that I've been on tour, the weather has been in the 30 degrees and above, which may not be like that much to some people, but in New Zealand, like the highest temperature that I think I've ever been in New Zealand was like 32 degrees. And when it's hot, you don't go outside and walk around, you stay inside and stay cool. But because like I'm on tour, I'm trying to see most of Europe, like you have to be outside, you're in the sun all the time and it's super hot. So basically like my face was sweating so much that by the end of the day, like my foundation either looked like disgusting or it wasn't there at all. So I kind of just gave up on it if I was doing like a full day like walking around a city. So like we did Rome, and I don't think I wore makeup in Rome because it was 37 degrees but it felt like 39, which for me is like insane. So I'm going to set the foundation with the Apu Mineral 100 Soft Skin Powder. This powder honestly isn't all that great, but it's pretty much all I had. So that's what I bought with me. But I also did buy a Laura Mercier powder while I was here. I think I was in Harrods talking to the Laura Mercier girls, like trying to find another foundation because we don't really have Laura Mercier counters in New Zealand, and I couldn't find like an amazing match, and they couldn't do any samples for me because I didn't have any sample bottles, whatever. But I did actually end up buying the powder, but I'm not using it because I'm trying to finish this one up. But also there's nothing in the powder, like there's no puff in the powder, so I have a sneaky suspicion that if I take the little sticky thing off the top that stops the powder from moving around when I get back to New Zealand, because the lid doesn't stay on that well, I will just have powder all throughout my bag. So I'm resisting the urge to use the powder, even though I really want to, for fear of having everything covered in powder in my suitcase and having none left to use for my face, which knowing me would happen. So I'm setting my face thoroughly because it's only supposed to get up to I think 25 degrees today in Paris, but I don't know. I'm going to be doing my brows with the Peri Peri Speedy Brow Powder Stick. This is in the shade 2, no, it's in the shade 3, which I think is called Grey Brown. And it has actually been a really good product while I've been away because it's really quick and easy to use, and it meant that I don't have to carry a specific brush for my brows. There is kind of like a little, like there is a learning curve to use this, but it's actually been quite good. It's also a really good colour, which I struggle with all the time, so I think it looks quite good. You can't get precise little brow hairs with it, but it does the job. So I've been on a 2-week tour with a company called Top Deck. It's kind of like Kontiki, if you guys have heard of that, but cheaper and less drinking. I don't really drink at all, or if I do, it's like a glass of wine while I'm watching TV. Like, I don't go out and get drunk, and I don't really go to clubs. Not a clubbing type of person. I'm going to use the Dolly Wick liquid liner to do my eyeline today. The Top Deck tour was really fun. There was more drinking than I thought there would be. But there were some really gorgeous girls there, and some of them didn't drink either, so that was okay. I can't talk properly and do my eyeliner because my hand is in the way of my mouth. Also, I've got like a pretty good colour difference going on between my hands and my face already, but at least my face matches my neck, so could be worse. My Dolly Wink is starting to run out, but I also have my K Palette Real Lasting Eyeliner 24 Hour One Day Tattoo, which has literally been going since December. Like, this is crazy. I'm definitely going to buy another one of these. But it does have like a lot of ink, so it's hard to make a fine line with it because the tip is so saturated. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and then use my mascara, which is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara Mini. I actually don't like this that much. I think that it like fades and droops throughout the day, so I wouldn't buy this full size. So on the Top Deck tour, we went from London, we went down to Paris for a day and a half, and then Switzerland we went to Lauterbrunnen, which I think it's called, and we went up the Jungfrau train up to like the top of a mountain, I think. From there we went down to visit Pisa, stayed overnight in Florence, then to Rome, and then we went to Venice for an afternoon. I wish the Venice was a little bit longer because we only got maybe like 2 hours to explore. After Venice we went up to Munich for an afternoon. We went to Berlin for a day and a half. We were there on a Sunday, so all of the shops were closed, which we did not know about until the hotel or hostel manager told us that if we wanted to shop we had to do it like that afternoon. We got in at like, I don't know, like 6 p.m. at night, so we had like 3 hours to go down to the mall, which was pretty close. We went to Alexa Plaza, I think, and shop, which is such a shame because I love shopping, but at least I got some done. And then after Berlin we drove up to Amsterdam. We had a day and a half in Amsterdam, and then we drove back over to London. It was such a fun tour. We did a lot of like interesting activities, and I made a lot of new friends, some of which I think have subscribed, so hello. And if you guys would like me to do a video where I talk more about this type of tour and what we did, and if you'd like tips on what to do and what not to do for the trip, then definitely let me know and I can make a video like that if you're thinking, especially if you're a New Zealander or an Aussie, because I think maybe like 90% of the people on the trip were from Australia. There were 3 New Zealanders, a Canadian, and a Malaysian, and 1 guy from England. But it was an amazing trip. I think the thing that I would definitely do differently next time is to actually just buy a UK SIM, because I used data with roaming from New Zealand, and if you were on the Spark network you can't really roam in Italy. It's just really, really bad, so it would not connect to any networks even if I tried to manually connect it, and it was just such a mess and I had no data. And like, if you're not good at navigating like I am, you need the data. The only blush I have is the Benefit Dandelion blush, and I have like one of the little Can Make blush brushes, which actually has been working so well. Like, I didn't really need to bring a full-size blush brush, and also because it's been so hot, like I don't really have to think about where I put this because Dandelion is such a pale shade that you can kind of just do this in the morning with a mirror and you're fine. I can't even remember where I got this mini from, but it's literally been the best thing because it's so small. For lips, I'm going to be using one of my NYX Soft Matte Minis. This is Istanbul, which is a pretty little pink, which I think is kind of going to match the shirt, but not really. I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue wearing this shirt because I have like polka dot shorts on and it's kind of striped, so we're going to see. This is such a pretty colour, but also like it's quite natural, so if it wears off throughout the day, it doesn't look gross. Okay, so that is the makeup done. Like, it's pretty simple, like no eyeshadow or anything like that because I literally just did not have the room for it. So I think I'm going to attempt to do my hair. It's super messy because it's still wet. It's also gone a beautiful shade of orange because I didn't have my like colour safe shampoo with me. It started off like a really beautiful toned like grey colour, and it's, yeah, it's gone even more orange than normal, which I am so not pleased about, but you know, what are you gonna do? My hair just loses like the toner colour so quickly, but that's, yeah, you can see like those are the normal like nice bits, the rest of it is starting to look like a tiger. So I apologise for the really boring background, but I've kind of got the camera sitting on a window ledge, which also you may be able to hear some random noises outside. I don't know what people are doing out there. Sounds like they're changing rubbish bins, but there was literally nowhere else where I could put this, which was a suitable height. So this is on a windowsill, balanced on top of my sunglasses case. And I'm just really hoping that it doesn't fall down. This hair colour is almost enough to make me want to go to like the salon here in Paris, just ask them to like purple shampoo it at the very least. Oh, I've got pins and needles in my feet. Okay, I might try and do like double braids, see if I can part it in the middle and see if it'll lay flat. Left the bathroom door open. Oh well. So that kind of worked. It's literally better than nothing, but like the little baby hairs that I have like on the sides of my head here will not stay put, so I might try and bobby pin them in, but otherwise I've just got like little braids that are going to keep themselves out of the way while they dry, because it's going to take almost the whole day for my hair to dry, so that'll stop it from going super frizzy. And most likely I'm going to be wearing a hat today anyway because it is quite sunny, so it's not like you're gonna see it anyway. So I'm gonna show you guys around my little hotel room just in case you're curious. So I'm staying at the Alice Sphere something. I'm in the vicinity of the Eiffel Tower, although you can't see it from my room. That's okay, it's about a 15-minute walking distance, and I'm very close to the Commerce station, which is on the number 8 line for the metro. So it was very easy for me. I took the Eurostar from London to Paris, and then I took the metro from Gare du Nord and then got down to my hotel. And if you're traveling around UK and you're going to be using the metro with your suitcase, I highly recommend taking a small suitcase, because the amount of stairs that I've had to lug that suitcase up and down because there are no elevators, especially in Paris. I can't find any elevators in the metro. Sometimes I'm lucky and I have an escalator, is insane. My suitcase is pretty small and it's only weighing, I would say maybe now about 20 kgs. I started off with 13.5 when I began my trip. It is ridiculous, and I'm not like a buff person and I'm quite like short and small, so trying to lug the suitcase everywhere has been awful. So I would not recommend taking like a big suitcase unless you're going to be traveling by like Uber or taxi here. So I'll show you guys a little bit of my room, and then if I do anything exciting today I will take you guys along. I probably won't vlog because social anxiety, I don't want people to look at me any more than they already do, but I will show you some video clips of what I've been up to today in Paris. Okay, so this is my teeny tiny hotel room that I have not tidied because I'm only here for 2 days, so I'm going to have to repack everything anyway. There is like a king single bed and these gigantic windows, which is what I was sitting in front of. They open all the way, which is like a novelty for me. And outside I have a view of the backs of houses, which I don't really care about because I'm not spending that much time in here anyway. There's some rooftops which I think are quite pretty. And this is what's been making all the noise. There's like a guy down there cleaning out the rubbish. So I have spare blankets, and all of this is just storage, which of course I have like everything out at the moment. And that's where I was doing my makeup. I'll tidy that up soon. Look at these cute socks that I got from Primark, I think. These are adorable. Also, like, Primark is fantastic. It's like Kmart, but like way cuter. The room comes with this teeny tiny little desk which has a coffee maker and all of the food that I have at the moment. That is my suitcase. There's a backpack beside it so you can kind of see how big it is. But yeah, even that is awful to lug around. And yes, that is a wheel of cheese. We went to Amsterdam, I had to get some cheese. This is the teeniest, tiniest bathroom of existence. So you have like your sink, mirror, hi, your toilet, literally, like, I can barely sit down because my arms are like touching either side and I am not a big person. And then on the other side you do have a shower, which for a shower is actually not so bad because it's like quite spacious. And a full-size mirror, hi. You can see my delightful outfit of the day. Actually, this shirt is so cute. It's a little pusheen top, which is, again, Primark. It was €5, so I couldn't resist. And polka dot shorts, which have like a tie at the waist, but I'm not sure if I'm going to wear them today because it's actually a little bit cold. And I don't know, you can't really see the stripes in the shirt, so I don't think that the stripes and spots are too bad. But the problem is that I only have skirts, and when it's windy, skirts are not good. So this is like the only pair of shorts that are appropriate length, so we will see. So I am back from a full day walking around the Palace of Versailles. Some things that I've learnt if you are planning on visiting. I didn't buy my ticket in advance and I waited about 2 hours to get the ticket, but I bought a fast pass and the line from the fast pass was maybe about like 10 minutes to get inside. So pre-book the ticket and get a fast pass and you'll be absolutely fine. I did look at doing a guided tour initially, but honestly you really don't need to. It's really easy to get there by yourself as well, and like I'm not good at public transport and I managed to do it myself, so if I can do it anybody else can as well. And mostly you get an audio guide too, so you get to spend more free time I think if you don't do a tour. So I would recommend if you're by yourself or if you're like in a duo or a small group, just go by yourself and have a look around. There is quite a lot to see and I spent quite a lot of time there, which was really enjoyable, so I would have inserted some video clips in for you guys. So if you like what you see, I guess, and you're visiting Paris, do visit Château de Versailles. I also walked a little and did the Grand Trianon as well as the Petit Trianon, which I can't pronounce, and also don't take the train unless you like literally need the train because it's like almost €5 each way, like that's, and it's like I don't know, it's less than a 10-minute walk to get there, so yeah, don't take that train inside Versailles. But yes, it is absolutely gorgeous, and there's a lingerie shop there which I got some more macarons as well as like these little chocolates which have fallen out of the little container, but like I'll put them back together for like an Instagram photo most likely. But yes, my arm is getting sore. This is as far as I can hold you guys, and the camera is super heavy. I don't know how people do that. I guess they have like those little sticks, but I'm not prepared for vlogging. But thank you guys so much for watching this Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of Château de Versailles, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!